launch the game, press the Tetris button and then press enter. Then click controls for the keys to play the game. Next, select the level you want to play. Then you have the option to turn on the hold, wall kick, hint, and ghost functions, and now you're ready to play. As you can see, here I'm just moving the blocks around and rotating them using the arrows on the keyboard. You can also hard drop using the space key. If you press H, it'll show you an outline of the optimal place to place your Tetramino. Every time you clear a line, this meter will go up, and once you hit the top, it'll move you to the next level. At any time, you can press S to pause. On the left side, it shows the Tetramino on hold and the blocks that have come out so far. This is usually pretty even. On the right side, you can see the block that is coming up next, your level, and the score. And you press S again to unpause. When the game is over, you enter your name, press enter, and then press L for the leaderboards.
To create the game board, we started by making a 2D array of grid classes. There are two components to this grid class. Part 1 is a picture box and part 2 is an integer. The picture box holds the colors and the integers hold the value of the piece. 1 equals a piece exists, 0 equals no piece, and 2 equals overlapping pieces. After creating the grid, we created classes first for the single blocks and then for the Tetramino pieces, which is 4 blocks made into a shape. Each Tetramino piece has an X and Y coordinate. The game runs on one timer that was imported from the Windows API. The timer runs on a set time amount, approximately 30 milliseconds. It calls the update game function whenever the timer amount is reached. The update game function does 2 things. 1, checks your keyboard inputs, and 2, automatically moves the Tetramino down 1 space.
There are separate counters for the left and right arrows. While the arrow is being held down, the counter counts to 5. Once the counter reaches 5, then the piece quickly moves to the far left or far right side of the grid. To increase the speed of the game, we added in the hard drop function. The hard drop is a while loop that runs until the X and Y coordinates of the Tetramino hits an obstacle. When the user fills 1 or more horizontal lines, the board clears. To do this, we created an if statement that checks if any of the lines are filled, and then it clears that line and gives the users points based on the number of lines cleared at one time. The user presses Z, up, or X, the Tetramino piece is rotated. To rotate a Tetramino, we use a function that swaps the X and Y values and then multiplies the Y value by -1 to get a clockwise rotation.
As part of our analytical component of the project, Mehmet suggested that we create a hint system where VBA would advise a player on the best position to place their piece. We created a ranking system in order of 1, the number of closed-off holes the move would make, 2, how many lines the move will clear, knowing that different number of lines are worth more points, and 3, the number of lines the move will fill, prioritizing lower lines over higher lines. VBA will then try all 40 positions and rotations of the Tetramino, assign values to each move, and suggest the player the move with the highest value. The challenge with generating blocks was how to make it fairly random. You'll notice that there's a counter of each type of Tetramino on the side of the game screen. Using a simple rand function will create an even number, but means that you can get the same Tetramino 4 to 5 times in a row. We needed a method that would be random and deter this, so we emulated the logic of drawing from a bag so that it can only choose a block that wasn't generated yet. Our source of inspiration was how the Scrabble team moved letters from each player to the board.
We did some deviations from our original plan. We switched the game to play on a user form instead of directly on the spreadsheet to allow us to add more graphics and make the game visually appealing. We also added the following features: hints, ghost, the menu screen, as well as the leaderboard. Finally, we considered some ideas for future improvement. We could add a 2-player option or playing against a computer. There could be different game modes as well as preset obstacles, and finally different background themes.